So in this video, we are here to discuss the only reality that exists is the reality of imagination. So most of us wander through this world of shadows, believing that things are happening to them or to us. They see a world of others, a world full of circumstances, full of time and delay. But I tell you now, in this video, you are the author of the entire drama. Your world is nothing more than your own consciousness pushed out. And if you do not like the play, you do not argue with the actors, you change the script in the quiet of your own heart. So let me share you a story of a very young man, an upcoming artist, a promising artist, a prominent artist, a creator, an artist who found himself in the midst of self-imposed exile. He came to me in late of August 2024 and he was in a state of profound agitation. So he found me on Reddit, where I provide my consultation as well as my guidance to achieve the desired life. So he told me, this particular person, Avi, I'm just an artist. So last year the sun shone over my career. My career was booming very, very, very good in some aspect, you can say. So it all started when I was 18 years old. And somehow I started working with India's most prominent actors. Not actors, to be precise, the singers, the composers, all the big players in the industry of music. And he told me the amount of money he has earned by the time he just turned 18. And let me tell you, that amount is somewhat equal to any person who's maybe working in corporate life, and he would earn by the age of 50 or maybe 45. Such a huge amount of money he has just earned by the time he turned 18. That's how the things were good at that time when he was 18. So he told me that in February this year itself, I had a verbal spat with my manager, the man who financed my music, the man who held all kind of strings for my future. And in a moment of anger, he walked away. We had a verbal spat. And for the 18 months, my music has been silent. My career has been going down. Although I have earned a lot of money, but this is how this industry works. The amount of money you earn gets drained out so quickly because you are working in such environment. So he told me that he tried to fix it as a natural man. That's how we usually do, who are not aware of the Neville's teaching. So after the fight, when he got introduced to his own world, where he was having a lot of losses. The money was going down the drain. He texted and he pleaded his own manager. He looked for the sign. He even sent his manager a birthday wish. And the manager, behaving exactly as a young man's own internal concept dictated, and the man just saw the message and never replied. And it's been 18 months. And this particular young man was terrified. He said to me particularly, there are only 4 months left in this year and I'm running late. I need to record a deal. I need my manager back. I'm tired of watching videos over Neville Goddard and maybe other law of attraction, law of assumption videos. I'm tired of trying to just persist. Whatever I know, I'm just applying, but nothing is happening for me. I need my manager back. I need my career back. It's been a long time. And the year is ending and somehow I need money to run my business of music. And the amount of money that you need in this industry is, you can say, well, a huge amount of money. So I asked him a question. If I had a photograph of them together, I just simply said to them, like, can you give me a photograph of you and your manager so that I can by myself try to imagine you both are together and in loving relationship. A very healthy, fruitful and beneficial and profitable relationship as a manager and a client of a manager, you both. And then he replied, no, that's not possible. That night in February, when the fight broke out, I was so pissed, I was so angry that I deleted everything associated with him. And I wiped him from my digital world. So do you see what he did? He thought By maybe deleting the shadow, the photographs, he could escape the feeling. But you cannot delete a state of being by deleting a photograph. He was still pissed, he was angry, he was still rejected, and he was still alone. And because he was conscious of being rejected, the manager has no choice but to continue rejecting him. As Neville said, the whole world is you pushed out, and the manager was merely a puppet dancing to the tune of this young man's imagination. So I told him this particular thing. Life is not happening to you, life is happening through you. And I gave him no magical spell. I guided him in an exactly manner that what I usually do. We connected several times over the video call and we had this conversation, and what I saw in his pattern, he tried to repeat the same problems again and again. I gave him instruction to do this particular thing, he would do that. But next time we meet him, he tried to repeat or maybe go on a same record of repeating the same problems again and again. So I told him he must become the man he wanted to be now. I sent him the great books of Neville Goddard. The very first was Feeling is the Secret. Second one was Your Faith is Your Fortune. I told him to stop being a book person. You do not have to just read it. You have to start being a spiritual person who finally acts. And he returned after a few days later, and he had listened to those words, and his mind began to grasp the truth, what Neville was trying to say, and what we had in conversation during the meeting. He understood that the thing exists in the so-called 5D, that is the world of imagination. The moment where actually the desires are born. But he was somehow still refusing to accept them, that this thing, what I desire, is already done in 3D. Like what he was trying to struggle when trying to assume things. So I gave him a map. I gave him a routine just to get him introduced to this concept of living in the end. So the first thing I gave was morning and night watch. I told him to lose himself in the spiritual sensation of wish fulfilled just before the sleep. What people call as SATs. Every night he has to do SATs. And the second thing that I gave him was 15-minute assumption. To sit right in the middle of the day, whenever he got free from his work, in any chair, maybe on bed, maybe in garden, or any place he wants to be. And just simply assume that he's a successful artist just for the 15 minutes any time of the day. Maybe he's drinking tea, maybe he's sitting in mall, maybe he's doing some shopping. He must act in his own imagination. He must feel that he is right now. People are looking at him as he's some kind of a big artist. And I told him just to do every day 15 minutes per day. 15-minute assumption. And the third thing that I gave him was the physical anchor. I told him to print a certificate or maybe an album cover that signified that deal was already done. Deal between his manager and him. So I told him to get a printout of something, maybe a certificate that shows that your particular album was hit and it was sold 50,000 times, maybe 5 million times. Whatever number he wishes to achieve. Just 3 things. And by mid-September, this particular young man reached the night of the soul. So he complained to me, see Avit, it's been 1.5 years. I don't think anyone would remember me. Even I would think that my manager won't even remember my name. It's been 1.5 years. People forget things within just a matter of few hours, and it's been 1.5 years. And I see no way out. I have persisted, and yet not a single slight in change. Not a single thing to be visible. And it's middle of the September, nothing is happening. I think I'm done. Everything is done. And I simply asked him, what do you exactly want? Don't tell me your problem. The problem are secondary things. First thing, tell me exactly what you want. He told me he want his manager to be back. He want himself to be a very successful producer, which he was when he was 18. So I told him, this is exactly what you want. And this is the point where the world of Caesar, as Neville said, and the world of spirit collided. And the 3D world shouted at his face, look, nothing has changed. I saw that he was working at it. He was trying to assume things. He was working on the map that I gave him. He was treating manifestation like a core, like a work to do, like a job he had to perform just to get the reward. So I commanded him one thing. Is your manager really a thing which you require to become a successful artist? Is he a keystone element that you need to get him, otherwise there's no chance of you becoming famous? And he said yes. And I said to him, like, there are 1,000 ways that you can get famous in the same industry, in the same line of work. You do not need your manager. But he was adamant on the same thing, that I need my manager, because that's what his senses said to him, that this person was the right person, which made him millionaire when he was just 18. So he said, I just need my manager. I tried him. I tried myself to explain him that the manager is not the only thing which is stopping him. The success may come and will come in the ways that he won't even be able to determine, not through his manager, maybe from some another person who's better than manager, but he was adamant on his own thing. And I saw his journey. It's been 1.5 years. He was frustrated. And I sincerely believed on his young guy's mind. He told me, I've done everything. I've done this, I've followed your map, I've followed every instruction that Neville gave me. Everything that book says, I have done it. And I don't know why things are not working. And for this moment, I have to believe him. There was no other way for me. I always believe. I do not guide people. I work for them. I believe them. So I have to believe his word that he has tried everything. It's not like I guide people and I just go about my own way. I sleep every night thinking about them getting their own desires. And this is what I actually do. I believe. So I believed his word that everything he has done. Maybe it's affirmations he has done. Everything that he told me that he was trying to manifest, all the possible course, all the possible jobs which you can do in the world of manifestation, he has been doing, and I believed him. And there was nothing more I can tell to him. I believed him and I simply said, you have to stop right now. Do not utter another word of lack. Leave all the practice that you are doing. Whether it's sats, whether it's assumption, whether you are daydreaming, whatever you have told me that you are doing right now, you have to stop it right now. Surrender right now. Because I have to believe him. I simply said, if you are doing these things, then you have done your job. If the things you are telling me are right, are absolutely true, that you are doing certain steps to achieve your manifestation, and if I am believing you, then I believe that you have done everything you can do. You have met your daily obligations. Now leave manifestation altogether and let it go. Surrender right now. So tonight, what you do? You simply do one thing. You sit on your bed and you just tell to your own self, talk to yourself that I have done everything which was in my own work. I have done everything. Now I am surrendering right now. I'm not going to even touch a book on manifestation, not a single video on manifestation. I'm done. I have done what I have been asked to do. Now I'm surrendering. It's beyond me now. I'm living to the thing which will make it happen. And that was his own imagination. And he has left. He has left everything the same night we talked. I simply suggested him, do not utter another word of lack, leave all the practice, surrender right now, meet your daily obligation what you're doing, and leave the manifestation altogether and let it go. And to surrender is not to give up on desire, is to give up the effort trying to make it happen. You cannot try to be what you already are. And that was a game changer. And the moment he truly surrendered the same night, the bridge of incidents begins to stir. So after some time, maybe in approximately 3 days, maybe approximately 2 days, 2 or 3 days, we again connected. Suddenly a message appeared from the manager to him after 1.5 years. I would forget the people whom which will I have a fight, and it's been 1.5 years, I'll forget him. But somehow this manager, after 1.5 years, 18 months, the manager texted him. But then a strange thing happened. The manager unsent the text, what he's originally sent. And this young man's heart raised. He asked, what does this mean? Like, my manager texted me, now he has reverted back the message. He has unsent the text. And I simply told him, because I knew the moment he told me that his manager texted him back, I simply told him that you're on a bridge of incidents. Now, even if you do all the wrong things of the world, you will land in the right place because you're on a way that is only one way. This is one-way bridge. It will always land into your desire. And I told him, everything is possible for him who believes. You have surrendered just now. It's beyond your control. No matter, even if you walk in the wrong direction, you will always land up in the right place because you're on the bridge of incidents. Then came a birthday, the manager's birthday, and the young man, this particular man, took what we call as inspired action. He didn't text out of a need. Maybe he was not begging for it. He just simply replied, "Happy birthday," to his own manager. He texted with a new internal assumption that I guess right now is a finally good time to text him. And out of pure generosity, he simply replied, like, "Happy birthday." And there comes the time of resurrection. And on the 19th of the October, the report came. The harvest was ripe. The manager was back. Not just back, but different. He told the young man, "My entire perception of you changed on my birthday. The exact day when you wished me." Just think of that. So I would like to say, you cannot determine the bridge of incidents by looking ahead. You can always determine it, how was it, by looking back. So his manager said to him, like, "My perception of you changed when you gave me a text, 'Happy birthday,' on my birthday itself." And at the very moment, the young man shifted his internal concept. The manager believed that it was his own idea to text him. He believed his heart had changed, but it was young man who had changed the manager in his own mind. So it was the young man who changed himself, who changed the image of his manager in his own mind. Although the manager's thinking that it was his will to text him, but in all probabilities, or on all actuality, it was the person, it was the young man. And it was 1.5 years of silence and verbal spat, and they were dissolved with a single moment of true internal revision. Now the young man stands at a new threshold. He sees the manager strategizing with him. He sees global distribution moving of his own music. He still look at his bank account, at the promotion, and he asked me a question: how do I make my music #1 in global hit? Like, I got my manager back, I am happy. But now, how would I go about my way now? I want a music that must turn #1. And I simply said to him, you don't have to learn anything new. Whatever you have been doing till now, you have to do it once more. I've done my work. I've guided you. I've given you all the things of this world. And that was the knowledge. Now you have to repeat it. And after 1 or 2 weeks, this young lad, this artist from India, he texted me and he said, "You know what, Avi, what happened?" I said, "What?" "I simply made composed a tune. I really have no idea what kind of a tune it was. I never get into the business of the people I'm talking to." He simply said, I was working on a tune, and somehow that tune was so viral that it was played in Met Gala, and the performer was Shah Rukh Khan. And this is how well I am doing. So through this video, I just want to tell you one thing. When you believe you have done everything that you can and you're honest with yourself, then just one more thing is remaining. You have to just surrender. And by surrender, what I mean, you surrender to the world, and world is you. You surrender to yourself that I have done whatever is asked of me. Now you do the work and use your own imagination. The whole world, vast world, is you pushed out. You hold the image. You are the puppet master, and the world is just simply a puppet. You pull the string with the help of your own imagination. So whatever conception you hold of the world in your own mind, in your own imagination, is the real creative power within you.